What's up? Everybody, welcome to the live stream. I go by the name of James Jackson, and with me tonight, I got the one and only. And we came here tonight to keep y'all engaged. So if you haven't already, smash that like button and pull up a chair. Start a conversation, send a super chat, become a member. Everybody looks better in green. I like to say thank you to the mods. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Layover crew disclaimer. Family, we're all we got. Are you hearing me? I like to say thank you to my high power. Rest in peace to Officer John O'Keefe. Never forgotten. This wasn't about cops and gangsters, black or white. This was about right and wrong and what happened that night to John. Well, let's get it started. Here we go. L-A-Y-O-V-A. The voice. The voice. L-A-Y-O-V-A. The voice. The voice. The voice. The voice.
Man, what's up, everybody? I'm sorry. It's been back and forth, technical difficulties, YouTube situations, stuff like that. How's everybody doing? Tell you, the kids upstairs above me are doing great. They won't stop running. What's up, everybody? You say hello to some people. My boy Chris is here. What up, Chris? Good seeing you, my man. Let's go. Cam's there. Lise. Gigi. Becky G. Birthday all week. Disclaimers for sure. Christy, what's up? Renee, how are you? What's up, J7? So, I don't know how many people caught that live stream YouTube presentation I did with Canton Chronicles a couple days ago. We went over the video with Chris Albert. The Canton Chronicles and I the other night. Damn, these kids are gonna fall through the fucking, excuse my language, through the ceiling. I've never heard them that loud. So let's just, oh, you just watched it, Gigi? Oh, you guys saw that. All right. Well, so now I'm thinking I want to see the Julie one. And I get it. Julie was first. They did her first, but I didn't see her interview. I heard it was a hell of an interview. So I'm going to pull that up and just go through this. First of all, let me say hello to the beautiful people. How we doing out there, beautiful people? First of all, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You can hear me. Yes, you can. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. There's so much to get into, and I know everybody wants the tea, but I'm drinking coffee today. I'm not drinking no tea, just coffee. So there's gonna be no tea, unfortunately. So if you're here for that, they got that shit over there on. You can't see me? All right, what's up, making changes, my boy? I was actually just talking about making changes the other day. There was this funny guy, this weird guy that he said, "Yeah, James, come to the trial, man. Everybody's asking for you. Everybody wants you. Come." So I'm like thinking this dude is the man, right? The guy that was asking me. It might be a little bit of tea mixed with my coffee right now. Disclaimer. And so I go and I speak with this gentleman, and the guy ghosts me for whatever, maybe he had other things he had to attend to. I don't know. But he's a real fucking weird guy. I'll tell you that. I do know that. But anyway, my boy Making Changes was there. I met him that day, first time. He's been in the chat prior with me and JFK. And so it was like, after that day, Patrick had brought me over. I met everybody that day through Patrick. And it was a good day, man. We had a really good day. It was the day, like, I forget. Actually, I think the Glera caught it. He got that shot when Karen and I were talking, and she came over and gave me a hug. So shout out to the Glazer for getting that video, when we walked right by you and shit like that. It was pretty cool. Times have changed, huh? So anyway, let's get into this. This is going to be funny. You guys ready for this? Let's go. Oh, I see. How do I make myself smaller? Oh, that's why. Here we go. You need a giggle? Say something funny. Oh, and if any mods want to be upset, there was a lot of confusion about branches and this and that. I was just getting too tired of hearing this shit. So it's nothing personal towards anybody. As you can see, I got some of my really favorite people that aren't mods no more. But, it's just, I don't feel my channel is that big enough yet for it, where I need all that. There was a lot of other shit going on that people were getting blocked and shit like that. So I just don't want to be playing, fuck games on the internet. But we're here now. You guys are here. And let's do this. Let me if you can hear it.
Monday, March 18th, 2024, 3:46 p.m. Detective Captain Eric Benson, Massachusetts State Police, joined by
Captain George Barrios,
the Massachusetts State Police, and we're conducting an audio and video recorded interview of, could you please state your name, ma'am?
Julie Albert.
Okay. And what's your date of birth, ma'am? And what's your address? All right. And what's the best phone number for you? Okay, any alternative phone numbers?
No.
Okay, all right. And just to rewind, sort of explain for the record how we got here. I called you, both you and your husband, on your cell phones early afternoon today, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. And you didn't neither you nor your husband, or just you, didn't answer my initial
Correct.
call.
Yep.
And you called back and I didn't answer.
Correct. And I left a message.
And you left the message.
Yeah.
And then I called you back and we finally connected. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And during that conversation, I introduced myself as a detective captain with the Massachusetts State Police,
Yes, you did.
and indicated that I had been assigned by the state police and at the request of the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office to, together with Captain Berrios, conduct an inquiry regarding the relationship of Trooper Michael Proctor with various witnesses in the John O'Keefe investigation. Is
Yes,
that
you did.
correct?
Yep.
Okay. And then I asked you if you'd be willing to submit to a formal interview, a recorded interview regarding our inquiry,
Yes, you did.
and you indicated that you agreed to that.
Agreed to that. Yes, I did.
And then we discussed scheduling and timing.
Mhm.
And we offered to come to your house. It was your preference that we do this somewhat removed from your house in the general Canton area.
Correct.
So I invited you to State Police General Headquarters,
Mhm.
which is where we are right now. We're in a conference room that is outside of the Homeland Security Operations Center at State Police General Headquarters in Framingham. You indicated that you were going to leave your home shortly after our conversation and that you'd call me when you arrived,
Yes,
which is what you did.
I did.
Okay, and then we let you in the back door here and
Yep, and
a
here we are.
few steps away to this conference room.
Correct.
Does
Yes.
that accurately reflect sort of our
Since we spoke.
the entirety of our interaction today
Yes, it does.
prior
Yes.
to turning on this?
Yes, it does. Yep.
And then right before we turned on the tape, we asked if you had any questions prior to starting.
Correct.
And you had
I
none.
said no.
Okay, and just for the record, have we ever met?
No, I have never seen either of you in my life.
Okay, and for the record, I don't believe that I have ever met Miss Albert. Captain Berrios.
I have never met Julie before.
Okay, all right. With that, do you have any questions before we get into sort of our list of questions that we compiled?
Not that I can think of offhand, no.
Okay.
Nope,
All right. Do you know Trooper Michael Proctor?
I do.
You do.
Yes.
And how do you know him?
Okay. My sister, her name is Jillian Daniels, which is my maiden name, has been friends, very, very close friends with Michael's sister, Courtney, maiden name Proctor, current name Elberg, B-U-R-G, I'm sorry, since I want to say they were in 6th grade. And I am almost 5 years older than the both of them. So, they started being friends when they were in middle school, and they've continued their friendship through high school, through college, through, life. And they're still friends to this day. And basically, Michael's sister Courtney became, she was always around. She was one of my sister's best friends. She is one of my sister's best friends, and she's just always been around. And that's how I formed a relationship with her, obviously, because, your little siblings, friends, you're usually friendly with. And that's just basically how, and obviously Michael is Courtney's brother.
Mhm.
And that's
And
basically.
Jillian lives in the area?
Jillian lives in Canton as well, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So there's a lot of opportunity for everybody
Interaction, yep.
to get an interact. Okay. And prior to, all right, so you know Michael through his sister and through
Correct.
your sister.
Through
essentially.
my sister because of his sister,
Right.
basically. Yeah. I mean, I know it's kind of, botchy. I mean, it's hard to, whatever, but yeah, that's basically, yeah. Yep.
How long would you say you've known them for?
I have known of Courtney. I mean, and when you're going back to middle school, it's a little different,
Right.
like the kids, you have to plan like, if I drive, if my mom drives, your mom picks up, that kind of thing. So it wasn't like Courtney was a constant presence then. But when you
Right.
fast forward to high school and,
Sure.
everyone's always around. But as for Michael, how long would I know him? I mean, I don't even know Michael's exact age. He's younger than Courtney.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I don't recall Michael at all when he was in high school. I don't recall him at all when Courtney was in middle school because, you know, like I said, he's younger than Courtney. I couldn't even, well out of high school, probably out of college too. I mean, I would think. I don't,
So you've known of Courtney
of Courtney, yep,
since she was in the 6th grade.
Since middle school, yeah. I would say sixth or seventh grade, yeah. I can't tell you exactly the second her and my sister,
Right.
the friendship group formed. I
Right.
can't tell you exactly because it was my sister's
And
friend.
Michael's
not mine.
even younger.
Yeah.
So your interaction, what was your interaction with him like when you were young? You said you
I
don't
didn't have
recall
one.
him at all.
I didn't even, I mean, I probably knew that Courtney had a brother, but
Yeah.
back then, like, you know, I was almost 5 years older, so
Right.
they were my sister and Courtney were, you know, they were annoying to me. You know what I mean? It's like they were
Sure.
my younger siblings' friends. But, you know, as my sister and Courtney grew up, everyone grows up and you
Mhm.
mature and, you know, but I mean, honestly,
Why would she say this? So they were annoying to her. Like, yeah, sorry, Pags, this is Julie. You know, they're annoying to me. I couldn't stand them. They suck, actually. Like, if you really want to know, like, what are you saying to them? I've never seen between Chris and now her feed so much information to like a state, any, I guess, cop, any federal agent, whatever the case may be. They were just giving them volunteering information is crazy. But I see a lot of people saying Sniffy, you know, Sniffy Longstocking, whatever the hell you want to call her. She kind of fits the description. Her sister too. She's a very maybe that's just their back, like their family genes. Maybe that's just how they're built. Who's this now? All About Winter, White Snow. Okay. She's such a fucking liar. Yeah. I mean, can see it. Yeah, when you're a talker, that's what you do. You volunteer information. But I'll tell you something, that's not necessarily true because I'm a talker. I could talk to a rock. I could talk to a stranger, you know, but I don't volunteer information to the law and shit like that. So I think it's a little different. She is Natalie. What's up, Natalie? All right, back to Sniffy.
I would say, you know, when they were out of high school, that would make Michael still in high. Never, I wouldn't even have known him when he was in high school. I mean, we just wouldn't have crossed paths.
Right.
Like, I'm just a lot older.
Okay. Do you know Trooper Proctor's wife at all?
We can tell.
Yes, I do. I know Elizabeth. Yes, I do not know her well. Yeah, I mean, I know if I saw her, I would say hello. I've probably been in the same place with Elizabeth 5 times, maybe. I mean, maybe. But I don't know her. I don't know her well. We don't have she's a nice girl, but we don't have a relationship. I wouldn't.
Did you know her prior to, when's the first time you'd say you met?
I met Elizabeth. Oh God. Maybe when they were engaged, her and Michael were engaged at one point. Like, yeah, probably when they were engaged, I would say. And I couldn't even honestly tell you when that was.
Okay.
Well, you see, that's the thing. He didn't ask.
Okay. How often do you communicate with Courtney?
It depends. It depends. Her kids are younger. My kids are older. I have a lot more, I guess, freedom now that she has because my kids are grown up, basically. My youngest is 16 and a half. My oldest is 25. Her kids are still in elementary school. So, I mean, you know, it goes in spurts. Sometimes I'll talk to her a couple times a week. Sometimes I won't talk to her for 2 or 3 weeks. Sometimes I won't talk to her for a month. Sometimes it just honestly depends on life.
And how long has that been going on? Because obviously your relationship with Courtney started with, she was your sister's friend.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
she continues to be your sister's
Oh, God,
friend.
yeah. Yep.
And so over time, how did that dynamic work? Was it a situation where you're close to your sister and
I'm
she
very,
was
very
kind of-
close with my sister. Yes, my sister is my best friend. And so I'm very close with my sister. And then it got to the point, like, when my sister and Courtney say they went out to, for a drink or to go out and they invited me to go along.
Sure.
Or if I went out somewhere for a drink
Mhm.
and I invited my sister, oh, you want to come? And she was like, oh, do you care if a couple of my friends come? Just like that. It's,
Sure.
And then so when Courtney was in college, I don't recall being that, like, I would see her occasionally when everyone would come home from college and that kind of thing. But it was more so after when Courtney graduated from college. And, she met her now husband. And, things, they started dating and they were serious. And then I started having my children. And that's kind of more so too, because I had my oldest, I was 22 when I had my oldest, then I had my second son, and I was the only friend sister that had kids. So, my sister would babysit. So her friends would occasionally come babysit, or they would come over and visit the kids, or if I had a new baby, or, what that was.
Sure.
But so basically I would say, I'm bad with years, but past when Courtney was like in college.
Okay.
So, later, I would say after college, after they graduated from college. And, we all became friendlier because I didn't look at them anymore like they were the little annoying
Sorry, they're more-
sister
you're
and
more
friends. They're more, we're all,
equals. Yeah.
yes.
So after Courtney graduated from college, you eventually became, closer. So
Closer, but not like closer, but not like super. But then when things started, like when Courtney met her, like I said, her now husband, and then, they got engaged and, then that stuff, and I had my kids and, then we became closer.
and you started
And
to
that's
talk to her directly as
Yeah,
opposed
yeah.
to like, kind of through your
through my
sister
sister.
and stuff
Yep,
like that.
absolutely. Yep.
Okay. And Courtney, how do you usually communicate with her? Is it in person, Facebook, social media, voice calls, texts, all the above?
I'm not, text, voice call, a little bit of that. I mean, as in social media, as if, you like a picture, if that's what you guys consider, social media, then yeah, of course, like if she put up a picture of her kid, I'm gonna like, oh, that's
Sure.
cute, or possibly comment on it depending on my mood, or possibly press that like button. Same with Instagram, like that. So yes, I am connected to her on social media. Yes. As for, and we text and, just the average.
Lady, I'm gonna stop you right there. Because, I have a lot of friends on Facebook and social media too. And sometimes I see them post something funny. Let me just take this disclaimer. I have a lot of acquaintances on social media too. And I may see them post something funny, like it, share it, what have you, support it, whatever your vice is. So you mean to tell me that's how you see you guys are friends because of that? Okay. I see where this is going, Julie.
Average communication in 2024, I guess.
Okay. How about Trooper Proctor's wife, Elizabeth? Do you communicate with her a
Never.
lot directly?
Never.
So no Facebook, you're not Facebook friends with her?
So I was Facebook friends with her, yes. So I guess, okay, so we'll back up. Yes, on Facebook, we're Facebook friends, yes.
Now she's going to say we're not friends, but hold on, let me back up because I just told you 2 seconds ago that people on Facebook are my friends, so I got to correct that fuck up. Part of my language. All About the Winter Snow says Yannetti asked her on Cross why she blew off these cops, and it took her 2 weeks to call them back. It took her 3 weeks to let them look at her phone. Wow, huh? Thank you for that. I appreciate the super chat too. And yeah, that's telling right there, man. It's like if you are innocent, especially of this situation, Officer John O'Keefe, a Boston police officer, is found unalive on Brian Albert's front lawn. And that night, there was just so much communication between them all. So they had to clean it up. And that's why this shit is not going to go away. They think it's done. No, like I think there's a reason too, like that they didn't show this right away, because now it's like the case is still, I believe the case is still on like it's being looked at probably under a scope by the feds. I would say they're still here. That's just my opinion. And now this getting brought back up is just saying, look, remember this? Well, we never seen it, so now we're seeing this. This should have been presented in court, I think. I don't know if you could allow it. If you're innocent, you don't have to deny your relationship with the Proctors, right? She's like, never do I talk to that guy. I don't talk to that piece of shit. He's a racist. I don't talk to that guy. Man, I mean, I hear it gets better, so we'll see. I haven't
been on Facebook for some time.
Okay.
But like on Instagram, like, yes, in that way, yes, but not text, not voice, not with that, not that way.
So social media, yes,
Yes.
but not by phone.
Correct. Yes.
And phone would include like messaging apps like WhatsApp and
No.
stuff like that, like nothing like that. Okay.
Nope.
And how about Trooper Proctor?
No. Social media, as in, I believe, and I would honestly have to check, possibly Instagram,
Okay.
but not what the kids do on that, like not message, just the simple Instagram app.
Mhm.
And that would be it.
Okay. And so do you communicate with him by phone at all?
No.
Not by phone. Okay. Have you ever socialized with Trooper Proctor, Trooper Proctor's wife Elizabeth, or Trooper Proctor's sister Courtney?
Have I ever socialized?
Yeah, socialized with them and been at the same place at the same
Absolutely, yes.
time with all three.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's start with Trooper Proctor's sister, with Courtney.
With Courtney, we had
And how often? Quite often, from what you explained, right?
I mean, I wouldn't say quite lately, not quite, like, not really that quite often.
Okay.
Like I said, life just gets in the way, but the only Courtney, like, you know, the kids, her kids, my kids, she loved my kids, her kids are wonderful, you know, things like that. But with Michael and Elizabeth, the only way I have ever ran into Michael and Elizabeth in a social situation is if I've gone by Courtney's house or if I've gone by Mr. and Mrs. Proctor's house, Courtney's parents' home. Courtney and Michael's parents.
So, Michael and Elizabeth, the only times.
I've socialized with them is in I should say in a Proctor family setting, but that's a good way to explain it.
But at Courtney's house or
Mr. and Mrs. Proctor's house, which is not existent anymore because they sold it a year ago.
okay.
And
exist, but they just
Okay. And how often would that be? How many times total?
Courtney's house, I mean, Courtney herself.
Yeah, Courtney herself is quite very often.
Yeah,
You're very good
yeah,
friends with her.
I wouldn't say, I'm very friendly with her, yes. I wouldn't say like super, super often, but Michael and Elizabeth, I would say, honestly, maybe 6 times at most, maybe.
Wow.
And
you
what
just
what were
lied.
those times?
I remember, I'm trying to think,
Said
one
you never
Thanksgiving, I couldn't tell you, I just have distinct things in my head. One Thanksgiving, I know after my family's Thanksgiving, we stopped by there on the way home because it was
Stopped by where?
Courtney's, because it was Courtney's son's
Very
birthday.
big women.
We stopped by there, they were having a cake. Another time could have been, I was at Courtney's, when Courtney was pregnant with her second child. Courtney had a kind of gender reveal cookout at her parents' house. And I don't recall if both Michael and Elizabeth were there. I don't recall if Elizabeth was there, but I know that Michael would have been there. It was his sister.
Okay.
Maybe a cookout here and there at Mr. and Mrs. Proctor's home. They had pool. I know in the summer, you know, they love to host and they would have people at their house for cookouts, you know, family cookouts.
Yeah.
And that really is the extent. I've outside of a Proctor like cookout, or gender reveal,
Mhm.
maybe, Courtney had an engagement party at her parents' house. I can't tell you how many years ago. Outside of that, I've never been in a social setting with
Been in
Michael and
intimate
Elizabeth.
settings.
Like, never at a bar, never at, except, I'm sorry, take that back, social setting, at Courtney's wedding. I was. Courtney and her husband's actual wedding. But other than that, like, we've never,
Actual wedding?
had a planned night out that we all go out together. We've never had, oh, we'll meet at the bar, or we'll this, none of that, never.
All right. And when approximately, when were all of these? Are these all like recent, or are these all like over what period of time are we talking about these 6 total times?
Couldn't even, so I'm trying to remember my best date wise, yeah. So Courtney's son is, we'll put it into perspective here, for one of them, Courtney's son is 7.
Okay.
Her daughter is 10 or 11. So if like, oh, okay, that's not, so if her daughter, like, say it was a birthday party for her daughter, like that.
Mhm.
So her daughter's 10, put it that way.
Okay.
Courtney's been married since years, like,
Since prior to the birth of their first child, or
oh, yes, yep.
so more than
So we're
11
talking,
years?
yes, yep,
Okay.
yep. I think it was 20, why do I want to say 2012? Yeah, maybe 2012, 2013 possibly.
2012 area?
Yeah.
Okay,
And this isn't exact, I'm just trying to
sure.
give you the best. This isn't like exact down to the perfect, but I'm just trying to do the best I
Sure.
can remember.
No, and that's all that we asked. When is the last time that you were in a social setting with Michael and Elizabeth Proctor?
Gosh, Michael,
Hold that thought there, Julie. Hold that dot. All about the winter snow coming through again. Everybody be a winter snow. Be all about the winter snow. If you go look at the first trial, Proctor testified Julie texted him on February 10th about a ski vacation. That was 2 weeks after John O'Keefe died. Here she says she never had his number in 2022. Busted. Got him. You're right. I mean, she's just, look at her. What is she doing right now? Like, what are you doing, Julie? Why did you bring 6 donuts to the house and leave? You didn't even knock on the door to tell him that you were leaving donuts and coffee. Mind you, I know Brian Albert probably drinks his coffee black. You didn't even tell him his hot black coffee was sitting in the car, cooling down because it was a snowstorm. You just wanted to surprise him. I get it. Yup. That's what we do. Yup. On to some more bullshit. That's it.
I honest to God, I don't, a social setting, like
Yes.
as
Well,
are you talking like in the same room?
I'm
Or-
talking about, in the same room, in the same setting. Yes. Like the same general room or area at the same event.
So I'm just making myself clear here. Are we talking an event or are we talking a conference room?
We're talking everything. We're talking
We're
events and smaller settings, but if you could just,
We're talking the
indicate
library.
Which is which?
You know,
An event, I would say, oh my God, maybe possibly like COVID-y time, maybe.
okay.
Maybe that could have been the Thanksgiving, where we popped over after our my family Thanksgiving.
There's
And
nothing
then
wrong with it. I'm just
I don't
saying.
even recall honestly if
Hold
Elizabeth
on.
was there because I have been
Okay.
at times at Mr. and Mrs. Proctor's over
Context
the years
thing.
that
Mhm.
Elizabeth wasn't, or
So there's nothing wrong with black coffee. The only thing I'm saying is if he gets his coffee black, there's a pretty high chance that it's a hot black, right? Why would you leave someone up? If someone got me a coffee and it was a hot coffee and they didn't tell me and I got it, it was cold, I'd be like, okay, you got me a coffee, but now it's ice cold. You should have just got me an iced coffee. That's what I was referring to, Desi. So there's nothing wrong with it. I drink my coffee black sometimes. I used to drink it all the time black when I was away at college. But Shit like that. Disclaimer. Back to this.
Or she had something going on, and there was many times, not many times, but that she would, like I saw her maybe there with the kids, that I would have to really think about, and he wouldn't be there. So, and as for the both of them together, probably 8 to 10 months ago, which
Okay.
would have been at Dan Morrissey's office.
In whose office?
Morrissey.
Marcy's? Okay. I see.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm just laying it out that that's the
Okay.
last, like, you know,
And what was that meeting for?
just to discuss what was going on. And I don't even, to be honest with you, I don't even recall, Michael wasn't in the actual room with us.
No, it's
Elizabeth
not
was,
anymore.
and Michael wasn't.
It's all good.
Okay. So the last time that you were in a, I guess, a social setting, or really any setting with both of them, is a Thanksgiving that's perhaps around COVID?
Yes, no, I know pretty much it was around, because I couldn't, I know it was COVID time, because we spent it with people we normally wouldn't have Thanksgiving with, because some people weren't having Thanksgiving, and,
Sure.
yep.
Okay. And since the death of John O'Keefe, have you, aside from this meeting at the DA's office, have you socialized with or been in any setting together with Michael or Elizabeth Proctor or Elizabeth?
Since John died?
Yes.
No, I have not.
Okay.
No.
And the lie detector determined that was it.
Okay. Covered a lot of this earlier, but you indicated that you have been to a wedding and to some parties and social events where Michael Proctor and Elizabeth were present. What was your level of interaction with them at these events? Like at these 6 events that you referenced, the most recent being Thanksgiving, what do you talk to them extensively, or what is the nature of your interaction during these 6
Just
events?
honestly, everyone's in between the kitchen, the living room, the family room, and there's other family of theirs as well, not just them and me. And just small talk. They have small children, which means that
Small
their
talk.
life
Small
is,
children.
you know,
small
if
talk.
you have small children, opposed to someone like me who would have had kids that were 4 years ago, like say 12, I can just sit and relax. They can't do so much. Just small talk, nothing,
Basically,
nothing,
she's saying, I can
nothing
just
crazy,
sit and
just
get
small talk.
Do you
trashed.
speak to them a lot at these parties, or is it a situation where it's like you're old friends and you talk a lot, and people who are looking at you are going to say, well, they're
No.
catching up, or
No.
is it a situation where
No, oh, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Oh, the baby's so cute. Or, oh my God, he's getting so big. And then, you know, on to talk with Mrs. Proctor, or on to sit with.
Or, you know, my kids are older now. I can drink. You guys can't. Like, what are you talking about? You know, you can have more fun because your kids are still like, what, at the time, 12, 16, 17, they're still teenagers. I would be a little more worried about what they're doing at that age than a little toddler that's crawling on the, you know, carpet, or a baby blanket on a carpet, or one of those things that they play with. Like, what can they really do besides look at it? Oh, the baby's so cute. Small talk, small baby. Come on, lady. You sound crazy. You literally sound
My
crazy.
son, or on to say hello to go get a glass of wine. You know what? No, just
Well, I
small
knew it,
talk. Hey, what's up?
glass of
It's
wine.
not like when I go in, it's like a long, you'd be sitting catching up with your long lost best friend.
Right. All right. So nobody who was there could reasonably, in your opinion, get the impression that you had a close relationship.
No. Absolutely not.
So
No.
it was just small talk and brief catching up.
Yeah, just like you'd say with an acquaintance.
And was it more with Michael, more with Elizabeth, or both equal?
I would 100% equal, like 100, like just
Her phone.
like I said, like if I went into the room and sat down, and Elizabeth happened to be sitting next to me, we'd talk. Oh, is the baby sleeping at night? Or oh, is this just small talk? Or if Michael was standing in the kitchen, oh, how's it going? How's just total small talk.
Okay. Have you ever been to Michael and Elizabeth Proctor's home?
One time, I can't even tell you when it was. I would honestly say I can't. I know it was pre-COVID. I just know that because I just remember certain things, and I can't even.
Well, you don't
I couldn't even. I have my son with me, my youngest son, And I just have little bits and pieces.
And,
But I can't
and
even-
who did you, do you know why you went
I
or
gotta
who you
hear that
interacted with
one
there?
time,
Or?
because that's
I
just
want to say
really
Courtney was there is just, like I said, like if I went into the room and sat down, just, like I said, like if I went into,
And,
but I can't
and
even-
who did you, do you know why you went or who you interacted with there? Or?
I want to say Courtney was there as well. I really honestly can't remember, but I know maybe Courtney and Elizabeth, but definitely
close
Michael
your eyes
wasn't.
and think.
Mr. and Mrs. Proctor, who are over there often, obviously their grandparents, they were not. I honestly don't remember, but
Okay.
but I know,
But you're confident it was on?
one occasion only, and it was pre-COVID, I remember that.
Do you remember there was an event or anything, stick out about that?
I honestly, I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay. Has any other member of your family, immediate family, ever been to Michael and Elizabeth Proctor's home?
Any other member of my immediate family, not to my, no. Except when I went by, I remember I had my son with me.
Okay,
He was
just
young,
aside
but
from,
aside from, no,
was young at that time.
John, yes, I want to say, I mean, he was 12 or younger, maybe?
But your husband's never been there?
No,
as far as
not
you
to my
know.
knowledge, no.
Okay. And none of your other
Nope,
children?
none of my other children,
Okay.
absolutely not.
Yeah, we're watching you, dude.
Have you or any member of your immediate family ever babysat for Michael and Elizabeth Proctor's children?
I'm trying to honestly think back. I may have very briefly years ago I'm trying to think if it was that time.
Mhm.
But other than that time, no.
So
No,
wait a
I'm just
second, you're
thinking in my
trying-
head. But other than that time, I'm just trying to think back. I'm having a hard time remembering, honestly. And at that point, I remember Elizabeth and Michael only had their oldest son at that point. Because I remember he was sitting in a high chair. And I want to say he was maybe even a year old.
Did you guys just see her shapeshift into a woman?
That's why
to a
I know it
man?
was a long
That
time
was
ago.
wild.
And how, was that their youngest son, you said? Or
No, they have two boys and this was their oldest.
oldest?
Oldest,
okay.
yes. And he is now, I wouldn't even, 6, 5, 6? Either 5 or 6. Some,
Was this at your house or at their home?
That was the time I was at their home. Yes, yeah.
Okay,
And I know for a fact that was the only time I was ever at their home.
okay, but you don't, are
I'm
you,
just thinking back, when I went over there, if Courtney was possibly babysit, I don't remember. I remember, but I don't remember.
okay.
But I
Okay.
remember everything.
And to the best of your knowledge, your husband has never babysat their
But
children?
Michael's children?
Yes.
No.
And any of your children? Have any of your children babysat? for
Oh, no.
Michael?
Oh, no.
No.
What a silly
Yeah.
question, right?
When,
Julie?
when you went over to
Okay.
babysit their kid,
I'm not,
you're not positive.
yeah,
But you
I
do
remember going
there.
over there. I said that, yes, that one time.
Yeah.
I went over there years and years ago, and I don't recall. I don't know if Courtney was there
Right.
and I don't recall.
Remember what brought you or led you there, how that communication evolved, began, how it came.
I really don't. Like I said, we're going this is years ago. I really don't.
I
don't.
Guys, we're
No.
going back a couple, 2-3 years. This is dinosaurs were.
Were you or any member of your immediate family ever asked to babysit Michael and Elizabeth Proctor's children?
I recall Courtney asking, like I said, it's very, 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 very fuzzy. I remember one time going back to that, something about Elizabeth. It's fuzzy. I'm not going to lie. It's
Okay.
very fuzzy.
More recently,
Yeah.
around the time of John O'Keefe's death, do
Shapeshifts,
you recall
well.
a time when you were asked if you may be available to babysit?
No.
Or
No.
you don't recall
No.
ever being asked by
I don't.
Courtney or anyone else?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. And I know for a fact I didn't. And no, I don't.
Okay.
No, not around the time. No. Uh-uh.
Not around the time what? John was. Man, these people, this is wild. And shout out to
There was,
Firefly.
are you familiar that there's reporting that there was an ask, that
Yes.
you were asked?
Yep.
Okay. And
Well, I mean,
right around the time, like 10 days prior or something like that?
Yeah, and I honestly don't recall that.
Okay.
I just don't recall that.
But even if you were asked, you're saying that did not happen at that time?
No, it did not happen at that time. Nope,
Okay.
absolutely not.
And if
Nope,
you ever babysat for them, it was years prior?
years prior.
On
But we're talking,
perhaps on the one occasion that went there?
perhaps on one occasion, yeah, when we're saying babysat for them, like, not babysat multiple times. If there was, it was one time, and I'm just trying my best to remember.
Okay.
But around John's death, absolutely not. Nope. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope. Or anytime close to that, no.
Did you ever indicate that you were proud of Trooper Proctor and wanted to buy him a gift?
So again, when things happen far back, I don't have the greatest memory in the world. And
Sure.
it's hard to remember every little detail of your life that it's gone on. But
Sure.
I do remember vaguely
Yeah.
the day that Karen Reed was arrested.
Mhm.
I do remember being overcome with emotion. Michael Proctor, Courtney's brother,
Right.
had arrested my friend, the person who took my friend's life, the person who I think took my friend's life. And I just remember being, you hear stories on the TV, you see, people, policemen making, policemen doing things like this. And when it happens to someone that you know and one of your friends, it's a lot. And I remember somewhat saying something of that nature. Like, I don't remember 100% what it was.
Mhm.
But I remember saying something, meaning that I was relieved that Karen Reed was arrested.
Wow.
For the death of my
Okay. And you remember saying you were proud of him, or?
I don't remember specifically saying that, but I'm not saying that I didn't say that, because he was bringing John's charges to John's killer. That's basically, I'm trying to just be,
Sure.
specifically saying that, but I'm not saying that I didn't say that, because proud of him in the sense that, like, he was doing his job. He was, that he did his job, that he was doing his job, and he was bringing John's charges to John's killer. That's basically, I'm trying to just be,
Sure.
you know.
And you said that to who?
It's Courtney. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
That's fucking crazy.
And do you remember what Courtney's response was?
I don't, honestly, I don't. I do not.
Okay. And did you ever buy him anything?
No, I did not. Nothing.
So was it
Nor, and I'll answer your next question, nor did I buy Elizabeth anything either.
did you touch him in weird places? I mean, why did you? A disclaimer. What was the gift that you wanted to give him? You didn't buy him anything?
Okay. Did you ever speak with Trooper Proctor directly regarding the investigation into the death of John O'Keefe?
Not to my, no. Not that I can, no. I don't. No.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Um,
Hold on, wait. No. Wait a second. No.
Did Courtney ever provide you with information on the investigation into the death of John O'Keefe that you believe was not public,
No.
even if it was perhaps about to be made public?
I honestly don't recall. I don't believe so, but I don't recall.
Did you ever attempt to elicit information from Courtney regarding the investigation? I mean, obviously it was your your good
Yep,
friend.
yep.
You know, there's a natural, and your good friend's brother
Mhm.
is
Is the lead investigator,
Is the
yep,
lead investigator. So
No.
It puts you in a position in the middle here that I would almost view it as being human nature that you would
Absolutely,
that
but
would
I
ask.
can answer you no.
No?
No, no.
Because that would be, I think if I was in a position like that,
Mhm.
I would have a difficult time not asking because it's, I think it's just almost fundamental human nature.
Right. But I also respect,
Get
That-
the fuck
it's
out.
her- it's her
Get out
brother.
of here.
and I respect that, how do I explain this? I also respect that you shouldn't, things just have to be separate. Like they shouldn't, I
Well, then
wouldn't,
what- hold on.
I
hold
wouldn't
on.
put that
Stop you right
on
there,
her.
Julie.
I
I'm
wouldn't-
gonna
I
play
wouldn't
detective
ask that,
now.
nor-
Things have to be separate. Then why you want to buy him a gift? Because you thought that he got John's killer off the street, so you wanted to take care of him, right? I don't know. But now you want to keep it separate because you just said you respect, boundaries and you have respect for, you keep situations separate. Lady, I don't know how your ass is not in jail. I do not know. It's just crazy.
I don't know I don't know her relationship with her brother, the ins and outs of her relationship with her brother. I don't know
She doesn't talk about that, or?
about her brother.
Doesn't talk about sort of
Oh, her and
relationship with
her brother are close, but
Yeah.
I don't know what regarding his occupation in
Yeah.
that, like, that wouldn't ever be something that would ever, I don't know. Like, I don't know about that.
All right. Did anyone else, aside from your own curiosity, ever ask you to elicit information from Trooper Proctor or Courtney? Trooper Proctor's wife, or Courtney, regarding the investigation? Did anyone ask you to try to find out? And given the fact that you have this sort of
Connection.
unique,
Connection.
position in the middle here,
Yeah, no.
did anyone else ask you to try to figure out, what's going on, from Trooper Proctor?
No, I don't know who would ask.
Well, I mean, there's obviously, it was a big story in town.
Still continues to be, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And so, and it was, a prominent story, and there's obvious curiosities that,
Yep.
and
Yep.
I imagine that if you were close to Mr. O'Keefe, then
Yep.
others that would also be close to Mr. O'Keefe. So it would be sort of a natural situation if any of them knew that you also were close with the lead investigator, that you would be asking.
No, I'm not close with the lead investigator, with his sister.
True.
Okay.
Yes, but if you were close with a close family member of the lead investigator, that there'd
Right.
be,
But
some
also,
possibility that questions would be asked of you to be asked of him.
right, but also not all, if someone was to ask that, you can't just assume that I would do that,
Sure.
which I wouldn't.
Well, that's why
not
we're
my-
asking
Yeah,
you.
not my intention.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. You indicated earlier that you have never spoken on the phone with Trooper Proctor, or never had any text message communication with him at all?
I think, I honestly don't, the only thing, hold on, I just have to think for a second.
Yep. Go ahead. Leslie, and
The
then-
only thing that
so-
sticks out, and I do not remember if it was when, I don't remember if it was a phone call, or I don't remember. Michael delivered the envelope to me.
Okay.
For the, what did I go, the grand jury,
Okay.
and not inside my home, outside of my home. And he had to hand that to me. And then he also interviewed me along with his,
Mhm.
a couple days after John passed away, he interviewed me along with his, what was the guy, I forget the guy's name. Was it?
Sergeant, you're
Yeah, him, yeah. He interviewed me in my home, me and my husband,
Okay.
along with him.
Okay. Prior to that, though.
I mean, there could have been a time where like a funny picture could have been sent, like, a funny picture could have been sent to court. I'm talking like, I don't know. I don't know.
Did you have his number in your phone?
I honestly, maybe like years and years ago, I might like, I'm not, when I say years and years ago, I mean like, years ago, like maybe 4, 5, 6, possibly. I don't know. I honestly don't remember, because I know that like there was a funny picture of Courtney when she was younger. And I know that like maybe she sent it, or maybe he didn't, but maybe she sent it because she would be the connection.
She would be the
She
connection.
would be the connection to the three of us.
So,
Yep.
so there's a possibility that there was.
Possibly, but honestly, nothing like communications back and forth, like, hey, what's going on? What are you doing? Ever. Never,
Okay.
not 10 years ago, not 15 years ago, not a month ago, not a year ago, never. Because I don't have that kind of relationship with him, and I never have.
Okay. Are you aware that there's some reporting that there was?
Yeah, well, so the reporting that you say, like that there was a text message in it, or a message, and it was empty or something. Okay, so from what I take of that, I'm not gonna sit here and say that was that, because I heard that as I was sitting in my living room on a television in a courtroom from someone talking into a microphone. So I don't, yes, I'm aware of what they said because I watched the hearing,
Sure.
but that's as far as I know. And there was two that were unfounded or I forget the word he used.
Sure.
So that's what I heard, yes.
Okay, and you, that didn't jog your memory at all?
No.
Okay. And so, do you currently have Michael Parker's number in your phone?
I do not, I mean, I can check. I do
Sure.
not believe so. Contacts. No, I do not.
You don't?
Nope.
Okay. So obviously this is a situation where the defense is asserting something, you know, which you viewed in the hearing, and you have no memory of these text message communications. What we'd like to do, with your consent, is we'd like to look at your phone for any record of those communications. It would be narrow to just looking to see if we can recover or find the text messages that were referenced in court the other day, because obviously without having the material that was in the text messages, it leaves it up to speculation and interpretation what they were. I believe that they probably did occur because, you know, I have a, there's no reason to believe that they didn't occur if they're being, you know, put forward in open court. So it's important, I believe, to try to figure out what was in those text messages, because in the absence of hard information of what they were, it is left for speculation, which obviously isn't a good thing given the situation.
Right. So I'm just not going to make this decision right now.
Okay.
I'm just going to talk to my husband and, you know, but I mean, and get back to you, because I wouldn't even know how to.
Okay,
You don't
well, so
know
what it would, so you know,
Yep.
to make your informed decision,
yeah.
what it would be, we're not
Yep.
looking to dump your phone,
Okay.
which would be to extract all information from the phone.
Yep.
We're looking to look through the phone for communications with Trooper Proctor.
Okay.
And any group text message threads that you and Trooper Proctor are on
Okay.
together. And most importantly, you know, really the primary function is to figure out what was in those
Those
messages.
messages.
Because you can see, obviously, in the absence of real information, people can say that they're anything.
Yeah.
Because there's no information to the contrary. So finding them, I believe, or trying to recover them
It's a good thing.
is well, yes, it's a
It
good
would
thing because, well, it's
It
a
will
good thing
be.
regardless because it's in the interest of justice, I think, to recover them, because it is hard information, which is what should be presented, you know, at court. So that is our purpose, and that is why we wouldn't expand it to, you know, other areas of your phone, but I think you understand the importance of recovering those messages.
Yeah, yeah.
And that would be the ask. So I'm not asking for a decision right now, but if you can get back to us, we're speaking to your husband tomorrow.
Yep.
So that would be, you know, if you had an answer by then, that would be awesome.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
And that's why we ask. We know that it's intrusive, but there's a significant, significantly important to figure out what those messages were.
Understandable. Yep, I understand that.
So then hand
Do
him
you
your
have any
phone if you
questions for us
understand it.
at all?
I
You
I
just
don't,
said you don't
I
talk
probably
yet.
should, but I don't.
Sure.
I don't know.
Do you have any? Do you have anything that you think that we didn't understand or that you think isn't clear in the record in terms of the questions we asked?
Any news?
Well, I mean, to sum it up,
Yeah.
like to put what we just talked about,
Sure.
Courtney is a friend of mine.
Mhm.
Michael is her brother.
Sure.
Years between us age-wise. You know, he's an acquaintance of mine. That's
Right.
just how it is. Elizabeth is an acquaintance of mine. Her parents are, you know, it's just the whole, it's you know, it's just Courtney.
it's just,
And
you
it's
know.
just because she's Michael's sister.
Right.
Doesn't, you know, he's just an acquaintance. That's,
Lady, you didn't say
Okay.
anything.
And I don't want to
without
get too
saying so
much into the actual homicide because we're
no, and I
narrowly,
don't want.
narrowly
Yep.
focused on this relationship situation,
Yep.
but I really have not followed this case very, very closely. What is just the bare bones basis of your relationship?
Meanwhile, he knows everything.
What is
Were you
my
neigh-
relationship?
were you
Yes, he was my
neighbors
neighbor.
with him? Okay.
Yes, he was my neighbor.
For a long time.
He was my neighbor for probably 8 years, maybe give or take a
And you
year.
became friendly with him
Yes.
because of that.
Yes,
Okay.
yep.
Did
yep.
you know him previously?
I did. I knew of his situation because, it was a big thing in Canton when his niece and nephew's mom died. And then, it was a sad time when the mom died. And then shortly
Sure.
later when their dad died, it became, it was a very sad time. And then, with all the newspapers and the fundraising and
Mhm.
everything. And then, I didn't know him at all at that point. I had no idea who he was. And then he came in and did the good deed and moved near me and that's it. Yeah, moved 2 doors down.
Okay.
Yep.
Captain Barrios.
I have no question. No further
No.
questions. No.
Okay.
Um,
Actually, I'm sorry.
Oh, go right ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go right ahead.
So he does know who you are. That meeting Trooper Mike
Michael?
Proctor, right?
Does he know who I am?
Yes.
Of course he knows who I am.
Okay,
Yes,
just wanted to-
absolutely knows who I am. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Very popular. Yep.
Yep.
Who do they think they talk?
Okay. So just to clarify, we probably have already gone over this, but would you talk to Courtney about the investigation into the death of John O'Keefe?
Would I talk to her?
Yeah.
After it happened, how you doing?
Sure.
My friend passed away tragically. Like there's no way around that,
Sure.
And how's everyone holding up? Like stuff like that.
Okay, but in terms of the, investigation or the,
No, not really.
the
No,
charges against, Karen Reed.
no. And I really, I wouldn't put anyone I wouldn't put someone in a position like that. I just wouldn't put someone in a position like that. Anyway.
Okay. Because, it's only natural. And I think that actually, I'm pretty certain if I was in your position, I would be talking to my friend, about this circumstance. If one of my, former neighbors and friends, was apparently killed, and, it just would, and it seems like it did to kind of consume Canton. And you're kind of right.
Did consume? It is.
It is
Yeah,
consuming
yeah.
Canton. So it seems like, seeing as though you're right in the epicenter of that, it's, again, it's kind of a human nature thing. If I was in your seat, I would be talking to Courtney about the case probably a lot.
Well, I can tell you I don't speak to her a lot about
That's
these.
what?
No, I don't.
And you didn't get the sense that she was sort of funneling information from
No, I
Chief
didn't.
Proctor to you.
No.
Okay. If there's nothing further, we'll conclude the interview and shut off the recorders. The time now is 4:43 p.m. Monday, March 18th, 2024. Okay, the body cameras are running and we're on the record with audio and video recording. Today is Tuesday, March 19th, 2024. The time now is 5:56 p.m. We are inside a conference room located in the office space.
So
of the Disabled
is
Persons
this
Protection Commission
just a
located
different angle?
at 300 Granite Street,
Part two. I see
fourth floor
part one,
in Braintree,
part two.
Massachusetts. I am Detective Captain Eric Benson with the Massachusetts State Police, and I'm joined today by
Captain George Barrios, Mass State Police.
conducting an audio and video recorded interview of, could you please say your name, ma'am?
Julie Albert.
And your date of birth, please. And your address?
No, I think she came in with that
And your
jacket
phone.
day 7 and took it off. Yeah, you're right. It's a different outfit, but maybe it is part 2. I seen it.
And
Again,
for
shout
the
out
benefit of the
to-
record, we interviewed you yesterday at the State Police headquarters in Framingham. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes, you
I don't
did.
think they
And
need
then sometime after you left, a couple hours after you left,
Yeah,
at approximately 6:23 p.m.,
music
you
video.
gave me a call.
I
I
did.
appreciate it.
And during that call, you advised that you located Trooper Proctor's phone number in your cell phone,
Correct.
and also located
Yes,
2 text
thank you.
messages from Trooper Proctor.
No, one text message from him,
Okay.
one text message back to him.
Okay, so 2 text
Two
messages
text messages
total.
combined between me and him. One
Okay.
to, one from.
Okay,
Yep.
and that those are both from after the death of John O'Keefe.
Correct.
And I then indicated, obviously, that we'd be interested in having another brief
Yep.
interview with you.
Yep.
And we'd already arranged to meet with your husband here today.
Yep.
So we invited you back today.
Correct.
For a second.
Yep, if I was able. Yep.
Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And you explained at that time, and maybe just for the benefit of the tape, you explained how you came to find Trooper Proctor's phone number in your phone and
Correct.
sort of the circumstances surrounding that.
Yep.
Could you just explain that again?
Sure, I was looking up a photographer from Canton, and he sometimes photographs my son's sports teams and does senior pictures, whatnot. His first name is Mike. I was looking to send him a text message about something. When I hit Mike, there was Mike Proctor, Mike Tereski, who Mike Tereski is the photographer.
Mhm.
And I said, oh, I do have his number. And that's when I immediately called you because I had his number. But when I was in the interview, I typed in Michael, which that's what I will call Michael Proctor, Michael, not Mike. And that's why it didn't pop up on my phone.
Okay.
When I was sitting in here with you guys.
Okay.
Because I typed in Michael, not Mike. And when you type in Michael, it's M-I-C-H, it's not M-I-K-E. So even if you spelled out Michael, it
Okay.
wouldn't, the letters don't match up. So it wouldn't have popped up.
Okay.
And then I called you right away.
Perfect. Well, we appreciate that.
Mhm.
And so what we'd like to do is we'd like to take some photographs or maybe just document with the body camera. Excuse me, the contact and the text message.
Absolutely.
The in terms of our ask yesterday to essentially look at your cell phone for any text messages with Michael Proctor,
Mhm.
have you given any?
I have, but I haven't figured that out with my husband just yet.
Okay.
And I will be getting back to you tomorrow on that.
Okay.
But I don't see it being a problem.
Okay, because he did consent to that, and we ran several numbers from several numbers that we had from Michael Proctor through his sort of text message search, and we came up with nothing.
Yep.
So obviously we didn't do it right because he's saying that he found some last night or something. But
Who did?
He did apparently. But in any event,
So I'm trying to.
that's the scope of our inquiry. Just to reiterate sort of the scope. So
Yep.
he's familiar with it. It's just a matter of looking at the text messages for his information.
I'm just trying to find this now because ironically, when I type in Mike, it's not. I'm just trying to find out how I
Did you have it into this Mike Proctor?
got it.
By, is that how you have it in?
Mike, yep.
Proctor or just Mike?
M-I-K-E
Last name Proctor?
P-R-O-C-O-R. And 7272193. 727. Is it possible that I can just write, because I'm forgetting what the number is, because it's coming up.
What do you want to write?
Okay, now, it's not, this is like the same thing my husband just said. I'm not understanding.
Yeah, it's not coming up with the.
I'm not understanding what's going on right now. More results will be shown once messages are finished indexing. Could it be like a
Maybe actually, how many bars are you getting here? I've got 3.
2, 1, 2? I'm just very,
Okay.
unless I do it this way.
That was a good one.
Okay.
How many bars do you got in here? I mean, yeah, really, maybe it could be a bar. Is Did you pay your bill this month? Nice.
Sorry about this. I'm
No,
trying.
it's quite all right.
I'm trying.
I'm trying. I mean, it was just here. I just seen it.
There it is.
Oh, here it is.
See? So when I type in.
Okay.
So you guys do your thing.
So do you mind if we
Absolutely not.
document this?
No. So
Okay. So this is text message thread,
That's from-
2 text messages.
that's from, and that's my response back.
The first one, I'll read it just in case the body cameras don't pick it up. Hopefully they do. First is an iMessage sent Thursday, June 22nd. Doesn't say the year, at 4:57 p.m. And it reads, "Hey, hope your guys are doing the best you can during this bullshit. I tried going through your attorney to set up a date and time to speak with Colin, but he hasn't returned my calls or my office calls. Can you guys speak with Colin and see what day and time works for him to come in and talk to us? Take care." And you respond on Thursday, June 22nd at 7:02 p.m. "Hi, Michael. Same to you and E. It all really sucks. Hope the kids are doing good." Okay. And
And keep in mind, I don't know if it means anything, but the check mark.
oh yes,
So, I don't know.
yeah, yep. And so you responded,
No,
or he
he-
responded with a thumbs up to your message.
No, well, he liked the message
He liked-
itself.
he
He
liked
didn't
the
give
message.
the thumbs up. Yes.
And just to make sure that we have that. And then, do you mind if I click on his contact?
Absolutely. Go to it.
Okay, info. Okay. Trooper Michael Proctor's contact is in your phone under Mike Proctor, and the phone number is. And that, do you know if that's his work phone or his?
I have no idea. I would have no idea about that.
Okay. And I'm wondering if I can click on this to find out like when this was, is the year.
Does it say right there or just the
No,
time?
just the time.
Oh, of course. Can I move it? Sorry,
Yeah,
I
of
don't mean to
course.
be screwing you guys up. 6:22. Right there.
6/22, 2013.
No,
I'm sorry, 2023.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay. 6/22, 2023. Okay. And I have to ask that, that does seem like a fairly casual statement, or text message from, from a state trooper, particularly, during
During this situation.
during
Yeah.
a situation.
Yep.
So it suggests that there was a, friendly relationship to some extent to me. I'm not sure that I would say that to somebody who I was totally unacquainted with. Is that,
Well,
to what do you attribute sort of the casual nature of that?
the casual nature. I believe that a lot of people at that time are and continue to be going through hell. It's not about being friends with someone. It's not about being close with someone. It's not about it because he is an acquaintance to me. From all accounts, he seems like a great guy, but to call someone a friend to me and to call someone an acquaintance is two different, levels to me. And I just think that he was trying to do something that he had to do based on his job, based on what his job is. And he had to try to get in touch with my son because the lawyer didn't return the phone calls. I mean, sounds to me, it's just pretty cut and dry. And I would respond to him or, hope kids are doing well. Like, hope the kids are doing well. Just like So I wouldn't take that. I wouldn't take that as someone I'd say to one of my BFFs, my best friends. I'd just take it as an acquaintance. Hope you guys are doing well also. I mean, given what has gone on the past 2 years, a lot of people are going through problems in their own problems in all different ways. And that's just the way.
And you don't remember how you came to get his number in your phone?
Oh, I would have, honest to God, no idea. No idea.
All right.
Nope.
Okay. You have any further questions about that?
I'm just curious how you had his phone number.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea it wouldn't have been from his sister Courtney?
I'm assuming if I got his phone number, it would have been from his sister way back when. I mean,
I mean, it's fair
that's
to
what
say,
I'm.
right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming. I mean, I honestly, I truly and honestly don't have an answer for that.
Okay.
One thing that came to mind overnight is, has anyone come to you,
Thank you.
obviously your relationship with Michael Proctor and his family is obviously being discussed,
Correct.
In court, correct?
Yeah, so I hear. Yeah.
And so has anyone at any time during this come to you before we came to you, come to you to attempt to ask you any of these questions regarding,
Did I have discussed with you two?
yes,
No.
regarding your relationship with Michael Proctor and his family.
Nope.
So to be clear, no members of federal, state, or local law enforcement have come to you to ask any of these questions?
Nope.
No members of of defense counsel's team, including any private investigators?
No.
No members of the Norfolk County State Police Detective Unit or any other members of the Massachusetts State Police?
Absolutely not. Nope.
No other members of law enforcement?
No. No.
Okay.
And
And that includes attempts. So did anyone ever call you or come to your house and attempt to interview you in regard to this?
since this last court hearing, where I
Not
want to
since
make
the
sure.
last court. No, not since the last court hearing. Since at any time. At any time during the pendency of this case.
Regarding-
the John O'Keefe case.
Okay, regarding Michael.
Regarding your relationship with Michael Proctor and his family members.
No.
Okay, we're basically regarding, there are things that are being said in open court regarding your relationship with,
Yep.
or alleged relationship with Michael Proctor.
Mhm.
And so no one.
So you're meaning like I'm walking out to as an example, I'm walking outside to my car and a private investigator walks up to me and starts asking, example, I'm
Yeah.
saying, walks up to me and starts asking me questions. Like,
Yeah,
or you're
something like
talking,
that, or they call you on the
They
phone.
call me on the phone, no.
Kind of just like what I did the
Nope.
other day. I
No,
called on the
no
phone,
one
I
has-
introduced
yep.
myself, stated my purpose that I
Mhm.
was looking to,
Mhm.
investigate your relationship with Michael Proctor.
Mhm. Mhm. No.
Nothing like that has ever happened.
Nope.
Nobody has
Nope.
has
No
come
one
to
has
you.
reached out to me other than you. And then
Other than-
I've reached
Okay.
back out to you.
Okay.
Yep. Nope.
And the reason I ask is obviously if a relationship is being discussed or an alleged relationship is being discussed in open court, to me, I'm not sure that I would make statements in open court without at least endeavoring to speak to the people that I'm making these statements about. That's why I asked. If I was going to be talking about somebody's relationship or alleged relationship,
Mhm.
As an investigator, I would certainly at least have tried to talk to them about that to sort of get their side of the story.
Meaning,
Like what I'm doing
kind of,
right
okay, but you're talking like, are you talking like the defense? Like
I was just explaining.
no, okay, I guess at the end of
why. I was just explaining why. Excuse me, why I was asking the question. Like
Okay.
obviously, there are people that are talking about your relationship,
alleged.
alleged relationship.
Yeah.
But those people that are talking about that
Yeah.
have made no effort to talk to you about it.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
That's what
100%
That's what I
correct.
was just
Yes.
getting at.
Yep.
That
Nope.
and the reason why I was asking is that obviously, if you had spoken to somebody in the past, then that would be a prior statement of yours regarding this matter, which would be relevant to our inquiry into
Yep.
your relationship. So,
Yep.
just wanted to see if you had made any statements to anybody else, private investigators, other members of law enforcement, et cetera,
I'm very,
regarding this particular issue regarding your relationship with Michael Proctor, because
Mhm.
obviously, it would only make sense to me that if people are talking about it in open court, there would have been some effort to investigate this by talking to you
yeah,
somewhere
but
along the way.
I wouldn't be as, some person walks up to me in my parking lot and tries to ask me questions.
No, and I'm not saying.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not-
just like when I got your phone call, just like I said, I had to try to, I Googled, and I'm not gonna lie, because right now,
Yeah.
it's crazy town, and anyone can call and say anything
Yep.
on the telephone, and you just have to be aware.
I get it, and so I'm not saying,
Yep.
and obviously it would be totally within your rights to say no, that I'm not interested in talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
But at least if there was an attempt to speak to you, I could maybe understand a little bit more why statements are being made about your relationship with somebody.
I don't really know, but no one has, besides you, no one has tried to ask me questions.
Do you think that could have happened, and you just told somebody no, that you're not going to speak to them? Has anybody ever approached you during this case? Not a member of the media, someone acting in some sort of an official capacity, and tried to interview you, and you've just said no, thank you.
Okay, I'm getting really confused here. When we say,
I'm not looking to confuse you.
when we say a member of the media or something, there was a time that I received a telephone call, but in my eyes, I wouldn't say this was a person of the media.
No,
or-
I'm not interested in the media. I'm not interested in the media.
Yeah,
I'm not the media.
Okay, but it was no one that I spoke to. I mean,
So I don't want to confuse you.
yeah, well, I'm very confused right
Okay.
now.
That's not my intention.
Describe
Basically, if you had given any statement to anybody else in regard to your relationship with Michael Proctor,
Uh-huh.
that would be something that would interest us, because it would be a prior statement of you.
Uh-huh.
And so obviously, if your statement to that person differed from what you're telling us, we could then compare the statements, or if it was consistent, it would corroborate what you're saying. So basically, I'm just trying to figure out whether there are any prior statements that you've made.
Honestly,
But it doesn't sound like there are.
No, I mean, I went in front of the grand jury a couple months after John passed away.
Yeah.
I think it was it was a couple months. I believe it was a couple months after he passed away.
But were you
But
asked about your
I don't-
relationship with?
No, not at that. And to be honest with you, I was grieving the loss, of my friend. Like I don't even remember. It was a scary thing to sit up there, and it was
I get it.
it was very whatever.
And so, to the best of your knowledge, no one aside from us has
No.
has attempted or
No.
actually interviewed you in regard to your relationship with Mike Parker.
No.
Okay.
No. The
That was
only other interview I've had was an interview about the night that John died in my home with Trooper Buchanan.
Yep.
And what we discussed yesterday.
Okay.
And Michael. Yep.
that's
it. Yeah. And I'm sorry if I got confused, but
no. And
you know.
Yeah, this
that I
guy
think
on
we
your
could clarify
mind.
the confusion.
Okay.
Okay. Very good. So you'll get back to us in regard to our request
Yep,
for,
I will call you tomorrow.
for the additional,
Yep.
scrutiny of your phone.
Yep.
And if you can, that is one of the numbers that we plugged into your husband's phone. So maybe you can try to help him pull up that text message.
He's a rough one when it comes to electronics.
Well, no, in his defense, that
Did you do it too?
I'm the one who did it, so
Yeah.
Oh, you're like
it didn't
my
come up for
husband?
me for whatever reason. But you
You
did
guys
seem to have
both
some
like-
problems. I'm wondering if there is some sort of a
They could have because
issue with his
yesterday
phone.
when I typed in, I'm telling you, when I typed in it was
I don't know. It wasn't
Yeah.
coming up. But
Yeah.
we're interested in collecting,
What you- yep,
he has
yep.
as well. On that
So when he gets home from his meeting tonight, I'll grab the phone and try to type in and see if I
Do
see
what I
it.
did to mine.
And tell him to just call you. You said you'd get back to him? He'd get back to you? Okay.
he can just give me a
Okay.
call. And
So
then-
maybe it
and
is
just
like,
circle back around.
yeah, I'm looking at one bar right now. I don't know. I don't
You
know.
just-
I never thought that affected that, but I don't know.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah.
But regardless,
Okay.
Same thing,
that
Joe.
was it. I appreciate you coming back
Yes,
in,
and
and hopefully we'd be able to use this space if you and your husband
Yep.
come back
Yep.
in for that
Yep.
issue. So,
Mhm.
any further questions or
No,
issues?
no.
Captain Barrios?
No, sir.
No.
Nothing.
Okay, if that's the case. If nothing further, we'll conclude the interview. The time now is 6:18 p.m. Tuesday, March 19th, 2024.
Again, they brought her
Okay, the
back.
body cameras are activated, and this is all being audio and video recorded.
First
Today is
time
Wednesday,
somebody's
April 3rd, 2024. The time is 3:35 p.m. We are inside an interview room located within the Disabled Persons Protection Commission, located at 300 Granite Street in Braintree. I am Detective Captain Eric Benson with the Massachusetts State Police. I'm joined by,
Captain George Barrios, Mass State Police.
and we're conducting an audio and video record interview with, could you please state your name, ma'am,
Julie Albert.
and your date of birth,
Me.
and your address.
Damn.
And your phone number. Okay. And this is the third time that we've met like this, correct?
Yes.
Third interview for you. Just do a little bit of a rehash on how we came to get here. During your second interview, during our first interview, we asked you if you would consent to a limited examination or search of your cell phone for any text messages between yourself and Trooper Michael Proctor.
Yep.
You indicated that you wanted some time to think about that. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Then during the second interview, which was the following day,
Yep.
we asked you again if you had considered our request, but you still needed some more time to think about it. Is that accurate?
Yep.
And then following that interview, we played a little bit of phone tag.
Yeah, I got sick.
You got sick,
Yeah.
so there was some time passed.
Yeah.
You were ill. We eventually reconnected back at the end of last week,
Yep.
maybe Thursday
Thursday,
of
yep. Yep.
last week. We agreed to. You indicated that you had considered our request and were prepared to consent to the limited search of your phone.
Yep.
But that you were still ill
Mhm.
and indicated that it would have to be this
This week, yeah.
So we agreed to speak on Monday.
Mhm.
I called you Monday a couple times. Sorry to be a pest.
Uh-huh.
And then you responded eventually
Yep.
by text.
Yep.
And we went back and forth trying to settle on a time.
Yep.
Ultimately, we decided on today
Yep.
At 3:30
Yep.
approximately.
Yep,
Right?
approximately because your schedule opened up.
Yes.
Yes.
So anyways, that's how we got here. Is that sort of fair?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you are prepared to consent to an examination yourself?
I am.
Okay. And so we have a consent to search form, which is standard here. You can read it. but I'll fill it out.
Okay.
What kind of cell phone is it? An iPhone?
iPhone. Yeah, I think it's a. Do you need like the?
No.
Okay.
iPhone, and that's associated with. Okay.
Sorry, Julie. God bless.
You can read this over,
Okay.
and then if you're satisfied, if you have any questions, please ask.
Okay.
Otherwise, we can just print your name
Yep.
here and then sign your name. Print your name again here.
Okay.
Sign and date.
Okay.
And forget about the password, business, and then if we can fill in the rest.
Okay.
Of that.
So, guys, you see, where she is, right? You see that window, that glass? There's a higher, now I'm assuming, again, disclaimer, that there's a higher ranking member, detective, internal affairs, feds, watching from behind that other side of the glass. So, Julie, it's not only us. It's not only James Jackson. Sometimes they call me the voice. Sometimes they call me a bunch of names. It's not just the layover crew. It's not people in here. It's not JFK's channel. It's not just the Glazer. It's not just TB. It's the people you got to worry about are behind the glass. Look at them now. Watch them. They're watching you. Watch them.
All right, you said that. Then sign
Just
right
print,
here.
print,
Print here.
sign, and then date.
Good.
That's perfect. Thank you. And then consent was given on the 3rd day of April, 2024, at approximately 3:41 p.m. Okay, and then okay, and Captain Barrios and I will sign the bottom as witnesses.
God, I'm looking at the top. You know, it's nice. Oh.
Okay. All right. So what we'll do is we'll just get my numbers. What I'm going to do, and you're obviously going to be here.
Yeah.
Just
Sorry if anything comes
No,
through. My
it's
kids are
okay.
ruthless.
so I'm just going to start to plug in the numbers that I have,
Okay.
and to see if anything comes up.
Mhm.
And have you found anything
No,
in the
except what
intervening time?
No, the only thing,
Is
to
what?
my knowledge, is what I called you back after our first interview.
Okay, and that was the one on the
Mhm.
2093 line, which is what I found here,
And you already photographed that?
and we already
And,
photographed
yep,
this.
it's
But
just 2 texts.
just for the
Yeah, do it again.
Just for the sake of this, we'll do I've already done this, but I found that I need to get a lot closer with the body camera than I thought I did in order to have it come out clearly. The other one left a little bit to be desired, but such is life, I guess. So. And this is the one that we already documented last. We read that aloud last time in your second interview. So now, and that was the only two text messages between this telephone and Trooper Proctor's number ending in 2093.
Are you asking me to say this?
I'm
aloud?
just,
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I was.
sort of reading that
Okay.
into to the record. There are no text messages come up between this phone and Trooper Proctor's number ending in 0165. I think 304-991. Nope. No text messages come up between this phone and Trooper Proctor's number ending in 4991. And no messages come up between this phone and Trooper Proctor's number ending in 5367. So the only messages on this phone were the two messages, one incoming and one outgoing, to Trooper Proctor's number ending in 2093. And I'm just going to search the full body of the text for just the last four.
You know what I just noticed with her? See how her demeanor changed from the very first time she got interviewed? This is what, her third, fourth time back there. We've seen 3 outfit changes. Who the hell you think you are, James Jackson? But anyway, my point is, this is 4 different interviews. Now she's fed up because she knows she keeps getting caught up. Lady, if you just told the truth the first time, you would have never had to go back there. Caillou, your husband, he was only there once because you had prepared him for all this bullshit. Every night you went home, yap, 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 yap. Instead of yup, yup, it was yap, yap, yap. So my point is, you know damn well you can feel those faces behind that glass like I can, from sitting on the other side of the glass. Pause if necessary, but I can see it. You're scared, woman. EPAGs, always breaking it down and keeping it real. I appreciate you, EPAG 777. Let's go. How's everybody doing? We doing good, chat? We're good? Everybody's good? I appreciate you guys.
That way. 165. Okay. Yeah, that's it. So the only messages, no messages between that phone and Trooper Proctor's numbers ending in 5367, 4991, 0165, and just the 2 messages with Trooper Proctor's number ending in 2093. In terms of, do you have anything from the last 2 interviews that have come to mind? Anything that you'd want to add?
Ships and anybody that got a membership today, I hope that you stick around. There's a lot more content, reliable content that I have for future. So thank you so much, Oxymoron. Real quick too, Miss Elise just came in, and the more she talks, the more she's exposed. Can't keep the lies straight. No, she can't. And the more, look at how upset she looks. She hasn't even gone to, looks like she hasn't slept in the last 2 days. This shit has been weighing on her mind. You know, she's been staying up at night, and you can tell. So she's definitely a talker. That's right. I see other Mary B's in green now. That's nice. Everyone else is in green. Who we got? I didn't get to see who got the memberships, but like I said, if you got one, enjoy it and welcome. Let's get back to this woman.
One thing, and perhaps we didn't ask the question clearly enough, in terms of when we asked you about how often you communicate with Courtney, obviously that changed over time. The frequency changed over time.
Women.
Correct? Like, you don't communicate with her today the same way that you communicated with her, at the same frequency that you communicated with her when she was a kid.
Oh, obviously. Yeah.
So maybe we didn't just sort of get mine down and enough in terms of the the specific time frames.
Yeah.
But I think you indicated like that it varies a lot.
Yeah, it does. It's life. I mean, that's not. It's even I can say that with my bestest of best friends. Like I can go.
Right.
Like a month, 2 months without talking to them, and then be like, "Oh my gosh!" Like
Right.
my own aunt and uncle, I can do it. It's everyday life. It's what you have going on in your life. It's if the kids are busy, if then in turn it makes you, and we're in different stages of our lives. Her kids
Right.
are very young. My
Right.
kids are older. So it's there's no rhyme or reason.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
compared to what you're asking, compared to like when they were younger, when they were, there was no cell phones back then. Like, do you know what I mean? So it would just be. Solely if my sister was involved back then.
No
before
cell phones 10
cell
years
phones
ago.
or anything. So if that makes
It does,
Yeah.
and but in terms of like you babysat for her kids for
yeah, I
some
helped her. Yeah,
for some period of time.
yeah.
And is it fair to say that was
Well, this
2 to 3 times a week or so?
Twice a week.
Twice a
I
week.
would say probably it would end up being twice a week, but I will say that her parents are very heavily involved with
Yeah.
her children's
Oh, okay.
lives.
So even
And there
though
were
I
a lot of times when I'm like, "Oh, do you need any help today?" And she'd say, "Oh no, Papa showed up," or "Oh
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
BB
Papa,
showing her
Papa,
mother they
Papa.
call it, like is showing up to the house." So
Right.
it was nothing like like you guys have to report to work. It was nothing
Yeah.
like sometimes like she if her parents they're older they would go away to Florida and she would say, "Oh yeah, could you grab Jack from school this day and grab Jack this day," like that. But then another week the parents could be coming home and it was a thing that the parents wanted to see the kids. So
Of course.
we don't need to. So yeah, in that
But would you say that it was a situation where it was approximately 2 times a week?
yeah, if I did it, it was no more than 2 times a week. The weeks I did it, no more than that.
Okay,
No more than that.
and that one went on for approximately a 9-year period?
Oh God, I don't remember how long it went on for. I mean, I really have to think about how long. I don't. So her oldest is. No, I don't believe it was that long. I don't think it was. I don't.
Well, how long would you say it is?
Maybe like 2 or 3. Like I don't think it would have been that long because her oldest is 10 or 11.
Yeah.
I didn't watch her oldest when she was an infant. It was more so her youngest son. And right now, only I think he just turned 6.
So he just went to school a year ago? or
Yeah,
2
so
years
he's
ago?
in first grade now.
So 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
But prior to that,
Prior to that, and then you had to take into consideration COVID because no one was going near I wasn't going near anybody COVID time.
Mhm.
So it was prior to that.
I was wearing a mask.
I went back I helped her out a little bit after COVID, but not like anything crazy.
okay. So it was not a regimented thing where.
Well, no, I mean, there were some weeks I knew like if they needed me, it would have been on a Tuesday, Thursday factor. Cause
Sure.
maybe like one of those
Well, you
could have
were
been Courtney's
scheduled.
late day at work and her husband had to, by the time he got home, he couldn't be home. So it was like, but it was not a full-time gig. It was not 5 days a week gig.
No.
It was if it was anything, it would be Tuesday and Thursday. I know that specifically.
But you just
Okay.
get
And
what
then
that,
in terms of the time span there was it a situation where you were babysitting the oldest and then there was maybe a small break and then you started babysitting the youngest and then maybe COVID hit?
I don't exactly I know say in the summer if I helped her out,
Yeah.
both the kids would be home.
Yeah.
And Jack at one point was little,
Yeah.
he was maybe a year old at that
Right.
point. So I would have both of them, but the majority of it revolved around if it was during the school year and they went to separate schools. So maybe the little one went to a private school, Catholic school in Canton,
Yeah.
and then the older one was at the Kennedy. So maybe the grandfather would pick up the older one at the Kennedy. I'd have, and then like that. But it wasn't I mean, occasionally it would overlap them together, but the majority of it was the younger one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so if you were to ballpark the number of years that went on like that, it was
Couple, maybe.
a couple years.
Couple, yeah. It wasn't since it was I never watched as an infant. I never watched as a toddler. I mean, maybe when she was maybe 5, 6, if she came into the mix because of after school, some can you sit with both of them or can you, like that. But, it's a while ago. It's just hard to remember and I'm not good with dates.
Okay. Okay. So but during that period of time,
Mm-hmm.
would you consider yourself to be her primary non-family babysitter?
Yeah, I don't think, other than her parents and, no one else that I know of watched them, but yeah, I watched, yeah. Mhm.
And it was regular enough that for at least that period of time, whatever that period of time is, which isn't totally clear.
Yeah.
There would have been, relatively substantial communication, just with the different, schedules that had to be sorted out, like.
With Courtney, about her children?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Okay, so in that period of time, there was probably pretty heavy communication.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
and so
not heavy.
J7, thank you for the 5 James Jackson memberships. I don't know why I'm not seeing it come up in the live. It might be like, when content creators know this, how there's 2 sides to go over live, steered, whatever. I just keep seeing the steered go up, and that's how I saw it. So anyway, thank you so much, J7. I appreciate that. Any new members, welcome. And yeah, let's hear from the donut lady. That's right. And yep. Cell phones weren't invented 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I mean, so far I haven't heard a lie out of her mouth. Shit she's saying, I can see
Communication for that, just communication that she's a friend of mine. Like,
but I mean, the way that you just described it,
Yeah.
like in terms of like, there could be a day where the parents are able to do it, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh, so you
It
have to
seems like-
communicate.
right?
Yeah.
But the
Absolutely.
very nature of that requires
Absolutely.
pretty extensive
Yeah.
communication just to manage the
Wasn't on
different schedules.
call.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely, 100%.
Okay, so
Yeah.
during that period of time, that because you had indicated that it varies, how often you communicate with her.
Yeah.
You could go months at a time. Well,
Yeah, but during that time,
During that
absolutely,
time, you needed
absolutely.
to-
Yep, you have to.
Right,
There would
there's
be
no other way to do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
or even like if I was watching them and they're at work, she's a very
Right.
involved mom. How are the kids?
Right.
Like, did Jack go to the bathroom after school? How was pickup?
Of course.
Did they give you any?
Right.
Just
Right,
usual.
Because obviously the
Parenting.
and perhaps that was our issue, like not minding down on that, but like there's certainly it wouldn't be weeks at a time that would go by during this period of time
During that, no,
when you're the
no,
primary baby.
No.
And that went on for some number of years. The
Yeah.
exact number is
Yeah, but it's nothing like 10, like nothing like, because with the oldest, I never watched her. It was more so the younger one, who's
Okay.
six now. I was 6 or 7, I believe now.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you watched him from infancy through the time that he went to kindergarten?
I would say around that, but infancy, no, she was home for a while. I would say more towards like 1.5 maybe. Like,
Okay.
yeah, because I know she was home for a while. They had, between both their jobs, they were home a lot. And, they just wouldn't have left like an infant. Some people just wait as long as they can to have anyone out of family help. That's
Sure.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Of course.
How do you know what some people do?
And so any other, am I not asking
So
any other
great.
questions that you want me to ask in terms of like to further clarify your relationship with
Courtney.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I
No, I think I've answered everything.
I mean, not that I know of. I obviously, and then like, when COVID hit and the world shut down,
The
I'm not
world
saying I
shut
didn't
down.
talk to her, but that's the time when time can go by and
Sure.
your family's all home under one roof and you're all, in the house, like, everyone went through it. And so obviously at that time, like, you don't have to talk or text with someone on a Monday night about Tuesday. Do you need any help? So yeah, that's how things would have changed. But then there was sometimes that you can be sitting on the couch and be texting back and forth. There's no rhyme or reason
Sure.
that I can, you know what I mean? It's just,
You like that.
it's what it is.
And do you recall, ever being on
We're
a
a freestyle. real quick.
text thread, with
Short. Detective.
with Trooper Proctor and Courtney, where she may have been talking about her son getting in trouble at school or something?
I when he went to the Catholic school, he did get, I'm not gonna say trouble, but there were instances when you're in kindergarten,
Yeah.
there were instances that went on or whatever.
Kindergartners don't get into
So-
real trouble.
No, not
Yes,
trouble.
so
I mean,
in
so
preschool, but
I-
they did
I-
something that was funny.
I don't honestly, I remember, because sometimes I would pick him up and the teacher that would bring him out would say, oh God, there was a little incident today, like that. So I don't really remember if I was ever on. It's like, I remember specific stories when Jack was in kindergarten or when Jack was in preschool at that school as well.
Sure.
So I don't remember, I honest to God, I don't remember that. I could have been, I could not have been, I don't remember. But I remember,
You have no memory of being on a text thread with both of them.
I'm just trying to think, I don't. I mean, I honestly,
No, it's fine.
no, I'm not.
What are
I'd
you
say if I
thinking
was,
about?
I just don't remember. I don't remember either way. I don't. No, I don't. I'm not. I can't make myself remember. I don't remember.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
I can.
Anything further?
That's
That's it.
crazy. You don't know how to make
All right.
yourself
There's
remember.
nothing further. We'll conclude
I
the
usually
interview.
just pick
Time now is 3:59 p.m. Wednesday, April
Sometimes-
3rd, 2024.
I'll either just grab, whatever, disclaimer. I mean, what the fuck did that even mean? I don't remember. Sometimes I can make myself remember. God damn.
Everybody, welcome to the live stream. I go by the name of James Jackson, and with me tonight, I got the one and only. And we came here tonight to keep y'all engaged. So if you haven't already, smash that like button and pull up a chair. Start a conversation, send a super chat, become a member. Everybody looks better in green. I like to say thank you to the mods. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Layover crew disclaimer. Family, we're all we got. Are you hearing me? I like to say thank you to my high power. Rest in peace to Officer John O'Keefe. Never forgotten. This wasn't about cops and gangsters, black or white. This was about right and wrong and what happened that night to John. Well, let's get it started. Here we go. L-A-Y-O-V-A. The voice. L-A-Y-O-V-A. The voice.
So there's something I was thinking I would like to show everybody. I don't know, because I actually heard, I think it was I was watching a little bit of this guy's YouTube presentation this morning before I had to set up my presentation. I didn't get to see the end. I heard it was very controversial. But anyway, with that being said, I heard him say something like, some woman said, like, you cannot swear. If you swear, the ad revenue kind of messes everything up. So I have a funny video. It's like, a lot of you guys may have seen it already, but you don't know the backstory. It's like kind of similar with, first of all, thank you, EPAGs, Layover. You already know. But so shit, you guys know a little bit of that backstory with the banner, this situation here. So around that time, there was two guys from the same exact part of Malden that I grew up from, and they were out fishing, just enjoying the day on the boat. And let me see. I'm trying to practice on that too. Not practice, but keep track of the arms. Because when you're live streaming, like if I edited this, I could cut that out and it would make me sound polished. But I don't want to do that. That's cheating. So I'm trying to, like, when I swear, I say, forgive me, I didn't have to swear. These are things that I'm trying to get familiar with. But anyway, that's my problem, not your problem. But this here, these guys swore a lot because they were so. First of all, they thought they saw a whale, a baby whale. They thought they saw Moby Dick. They thought they saw. I mean, it was a million different things. And then right after, we had found the Red Sox banner. And the same people that they were going on, Jimmy Kimmel, all these people were reaching out to us, but I was not able to go out there. And the story died down. And then, of course, Turtle Boy picked it up and ran with his narrative. And, so it is what it is. And I think there's still a great story to be told because there's a lot of different parts of that story. And I would like to tell it someday. Like, for instance, Turtle Boy, who's the guy, Jeff from Compelling Films or Compelling Pitches, whatever it is. He said he used to work for Tosh.0 or Jimmy Kimmel. One of them, sorry. I'm like, killing me. And Jeff reached out to me in 2018 and he asked me, let me take this down. He asked me if I would do an interview on Tosh.0. And I love Tosh.0. That was like my guy back then. Pause if necessary. That was the guy I went to watch. So, anyway, I would go over there and watch it. And I just got off sidetrack. But, yeah, so I was watching it. So Tosh wanted me on, but Jeff doesn't work for them no more, or Jimmy Kimmel, one of the two. And then, just everybody wanted us to go tell this story, is my point. There's a lot of backstory behind it. There's different scenarios of it. It's not just what happened, whatever Turtle Boy wrote. It's not what happened when I said my man had to run across 3 lanes. Those were things that stuck with everybody. It's not just, we work into. These are things that when when the shit came out, I would, I had these I guess you call them one-liners that just automatically would come out. So back to what I was saying with these two guys, they're from tell your story to those who are worthy of it. Exactly. So that's the thing. Well, I've been thinking about that story and I would like to tell it in a certain way. My way. I mean, it happened to me. It didn't happen to, the people. It's like the Karen Reed story, right? It happened to Karen, but then you got the kid TB's involved. The kid, the Glazer, he's involved. Mike Crawford is involved. JFK, James Jackson, all these people are involved. But if they make a movie tomorrow, it's mostly going to be about Karen, the Alberts, this one, that one, maybe like we saw on that Lifetime TV. It's not going to be about all other content creators. So it's like not everybody can go, right? Not everybody can make it in the film or going forward with plans. And that's fine. They played a small part. So there was like my friend actually who found it. He played a small part. JFK was involved with that too, but he played a small part. Because he said he knew, like he dealt with this. He told us, don't go on no more news shit. But what he didn't understand is when I woke up the next morning, there was 3 news stations outside of my house. Like I'm talking, as soon as I came out, I had to like throw a hood on and run down the street and go out with my boy just to get away from them. And then later on, they called us and we said, all right, we'll do the interview. And so that was that. But that's not what I'm not going to get into that story right now because I want it to make sense and I want it to land right, because that was a story. Like to this day, I have Ted Daniels' phone number in my phone. Like if I was just her, Julie, being investigated, I would be sitting there. And if they said, do you have Ted Daniels' number in your phone? Yeah, here you go. Like these are numbers I still have. I still have Tosh's information. I still have Jeff's. I still have Jimmy Kimmel. I still have all that information in my phone. Because that to me was just like, that's something that'll never, in my life, it'll never happen again. I don't believe, obviously. That was like, it was great. So I have, actually, I think I played, yeah, so see, I got to put it together because I played even Saturday Night Live. We made it to Saturday Night Live, but the dude Trevor Noah, he covered the story. And when he covered the story, he spoke about us. It was me and Louis that were basically being, you want to talk about satire, it was funny as hell. I mean, I was laughing the shit he was saying. He's like, I mean, I can't get into all of it, but it was a great story, backstory. But so back to where I started with this. These two guys, they were in a boat, and they were filming just out in I think they were in the harbor. Like they were just driving around right out in here or Mystic, somewhere around Boston. And they seen what was a sunfish. But people don't know, like I've never seen a sunfish like that up close. So I guess that's what they do. They lay on their side and they let the sun hit them. So when they pulled up to it, they were like, they didn't know what it was. Let me just see if I can pull this video up. So if something happens and they shut it down because of all the swears, I was gonna try it. Like I was hoping the next time I went live to have everything set up as far as, because then I could just hit the beep over it, like beep, beep, and we would be good. But it is what it is, you know. I didn't do me one of those wish me lists or shit like that. And I'm happy with that. I got everything that I got because I got it. Like I've been working hard, you know, we working too. So swears are fun. They are fun, but they're not fun when you're monetized, because then they say, well, that, you know, we can't, what's the word? You know, we can't monetize that video you just put up, or you get struck, but do we really care if we get struck? I mean, I wasn't scared on the street. Why am I scared in the YouTube streets? So let's just find this video and see what these guys have to say. Give me 1 second. Pull this up. How we doing, chat? How's everybody doing? You guys good? How's your day going? You guys at work? What are you doing? Who are you talking to? Let me see your DMs. Who's in your phone? You got Michael Proctor's number? All right, do I have it in here? So I guess I'll just say guys from Malden find. Oh, hey, look at guys from Malden come up. Find Red Sox banner. No, that's not the one. We want guys from Malden find fish. So this is 10 years ago. Here we go. Let me see. One second. All right, you guys ready for this? If you haven't become a member, you can become a member now. If you haven't liked this video, you can like this video now. But this here is gonna be, it's real funny. I may end it with this, or I may end it with a song. I don't know. It depends on how the chat reacts to this. This is some guys that you know, like I said, they were in the neighborhood. They grew up where I grew up, and it happened the same, like within a month after the banner story. So it was pretty funny. So we'll get into this. Yeah. If you haven't become, like I said, if you haven't become a member, why JFK is going live now? become a member, try a super chat, tell a friend, share. It helps the algorithm. What else? I got, if you like to do the Venmo, the Cash App, it's going across the bottom of the screen. And yeah, just stay engaged. Okay, I thought you said he was going now. Stay engaged and keep your notifications on. We'll be doing walks at Luna very soon, again, real soon. She's just getting used to being in her new place. But all right, let's do this.
I don't know what this is, but Jay says it's a fucking big sea turtle. Look, it's a baby fucking whale, man. Holy shit, we are witnessing a baby fucking whale right here, dude. Holy shit. That thing is big, Jay. What is that thing? It looks hurt. I don't know. That thing looks hurt, Jay. Jay, that thing is hurt, bro. Holy shit, look at this fucking thing. Oh my God, what the fuck is that, bro? Jay, what the fuck is that? Oh man, pull back up, Jay. Come on. Come on, bro. Pull back up, bro. We're seeing some shit we ain't never seen before, kid. Oh my God, that thing looks dead, man. We gotta call the aquarium or something, dude. Oh man, look at this fucking thing. Holy shit. What the fuck is that? Oh man, Jay, it's dead, bro, or something. Oh my God, Jay. Pull right up next to that shit, Jay. Oh man, look at this fucking thing. Oh man, look at that, Jay. Holy shit. What the fuck is that, kid? You want to try to pull it in? Let's hook it. Oh man, that thing's just dead. What the hell is it? It looks like a fucking baby whale. Who are you gonna call? You got that on video still? Yeah, come on, let's pull up next to that shit, bro. Let's help it. Oh man, we're calling the Coast Guard. Holy shit.
You're a little man, and your life will always suck because of you. You're a rat. And you're not ruining my life, because my life is still fucking good. Unlike yours. And that's the best revenge. My life is going to be good, and yours is going to continue to suck, because you're a piece of shit. You'll turn on your friends. You don't even know what friendship is. You're a rat. I ain't crying. I'm laughing my ass off. You're a piece of shit. You're a rat, because my life is still fucking good.
Stop, here it is, right here, Jay. Oh man, look at this fucking thing. Holy shit. What is that fucking thing? Oh, if that's a flounder, man, let's pull it in, Jay. Come on. Jay, we could get some big money for that if it's a fucking fish, buddy. Come on. Let's fucking hook that shit and we'll be on the fucking news, man. Come on, man, let's get that thing. What is that thing? It needs help, whatever it is, dude. It's dying. Holy shit. Will you look at this shit? Oh my God, Jay. Jay, look at this fucking thing. Jay, let's get it. Let's get it. Oh man, Jay, that's a tuna, bro. Jay, that's a tuna or something. Jay, look at it. Come on. Oh man, Jay, let's pull it in, dude. Look at that fucking thing. Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh my God, man, we are seeing some shit we ain't never seen before. But let's get that fucking thing in this boat, Jay. Come on. Yeah. Let's get it in the boat, bro. Come on, you got a hook? All right, let's get it. Oh man, you guys are witnessing what me and Jason Foster. This is Michael Bergen and Jason Foster. We're about ready to pull this monstrous fucking thing on this boat right here. Steve, I hope you're watching, buddy. Holy shit, will you look at this fucking thing? What is that thing, dude? Oh my God, look at this thing. Oh my, look at this fucking thing. Holy shit. Holy shit, Jay. Oh my God. Jay's got a little fucking fishing hook. Are you shitting me? That's the hook you come? Oh my God. Oh, we got it. Oh shit, Jay. Oh my fucking God. Oh man, we need to fucking go get that shit, bro. Oh man, we need fucking help, buddy. Oh my God. Jay, that is still good meat on that fucking fish, kid. Am I lying? Oh my God. This is fucking crazy.
God damn. This shit is crazy, dude. Goddamn. Oh shit. I mean, let me see what else I got for them. They're funny guys, man. They were funny. I'll tell you, it's funny too because the kid driving the boat, watching Jay, him and I once had an altercation where, you know, let's just say we didn't get along. But the kid that is talking tried to squash it because him and I go up and each other up. But it was just a funny situation. So let's do 5 minutes search. Let's go. Become a member.
Holy look at this thing we got here. Oh man. Holy this is going on Fox 25 News tonight. Holy look at you, mother. Oh my God, Jay, look at him, he's trying to get away. Who the knows? It's Moby Dick.
It's Moby Dick.
All right, joining us now from Malden, Massachusetts, on our big Cisco screen, please say hello to Mikey Bergen and Jay Foster. Hello, Mikey and Jay, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, kid?
What's happening?
What's up,
man? This is crazy, huh?
Yeah, this is pretty crazy. You guys were out on a boat, and now here you are on television.
Yeah, can you believe this?
Well, I enjoyed your video immensely, and you look exactly as I imagined you would. Exactly.
Some down-to-earth guys. It's the kind of guys you want to go and have a beer with.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I don't realize what he's doing, what he's creating. Yeah! Catch Jimmy Kimmel tonight at 11:35 p.m. right here on Channel 13. Tonight's guests include comedian Tom Rickle.
That shit. That's funny stuff right there. So that's Jason and Mike. Mike Bergen, Jason Foster. It was a sorry for the loading. I didn't know what a sunfish looked like, and yeah, now I do. But thanks to these guys from Malden, you know, they're working too, because at first we thought it was Moby Dick, we thought it was Baby Whale, we thought it was Tuna, we thought it was an eel, we thought it was Ryback, we thought it was Luna, we thought it, I mean, they thought it was every single thing you could imagine, except for what it was. I just want to say thank you for you guys rocking out today. Okay, thank you for becoming a member. Who else? Did I miss anybody? Never too late to be great. I appreciate the things you do. Thank you. Thank you. Boston. That being said, I go by the name of James Jackson, and I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll catch you on the next layover. Who knows? Maybe the next show that you have no idea that I was there.
Damn, hey, Karashi. But never mistake that Hank Brennan made a lot of money off this Oxycontin thing back in the day because the Oxycontin dealers could afford a lawyer $500 an hour. Explain what a public defender is.
And they do absolutely shit for you.
Shit.
Nothing.
No.
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely not. No. Absolutely nothing. At the end of the day, this is a murder trial. She's fighting for her life. She's looking at 20 years, and she's got a judge who's a public defender that knows the ins and outs, and for some reason she took this revenge mindset against Karen. I don't know why, but she's taking all her frustrations out on Karen. And she shouldn't, because if anybody knows how the system is, it's Beverly Cannoni, and I don't get it. Damn, Sando, you see what the fuck they're doing to your boy? See what they're doing? Yeah, Sando, man, everybody make noise for Sando filming it all tonight.